If you're a young guy who's broke, you have no idea where to start, there's one skill I'd recommend you learn that will make sure you're never broke again. That skill is... Welcome back, chaps. Today I got a few messages asking about what's the best thing to do to stop being broke, how do you get out of a big hole financially. And I was thinking about the days when I was broke, and I lived pretty much a whole year completely in my overdraft, which means I didn't have any positive money in my account. I was living in debt for the whole year. So I would go from like minus 1,000 in my account to minus 500 whenever I got paid. And then it would slowly go down to minus 1,000. That was the limit on my overdraft that I could use. So I know what it's like to be completely broke. I know what it's like to have no fucking money at all. The stress of not being able to fucking buy anything. The stress of not being able to pay your bills, not being able to pay your rent, asking for money, borrowing money from people. It's horrific. But boys, it's how we need to start out. It is that low point that allows us to appreciate the highs when you finally make it and give you that sense of fulfillment. So I think for 16 to 25-year-olds, it's completely fucking normal to be broke, but it doesn't need to stay that way. And what a lot of people ask me is, where should I start? How do I stop being broke? Now, before I got into YouTube, before I started doing anything online, I started making decent money. And I'm going to tell you guys how I managed to do that myself and how you guys can do the same thing, because you deserve to live an adult life. You deserve to have your own place, be able to buy food, look after your friends and family, treat women on dates. You need to live that way, because that's what we look forward to. When we're a young guy, it's like, yes, soon I'll be a fucking man, I'll live by my own rules, go everywhere I want to go. You can't do that without money. So now, first of all, you need cash flow fast. You need the quickest way to get 10k in your bank saved and 5k cash flow coming in a month. With this, in most parts of the world, you'll be able to live very comfortably. In Thailand, you'll live like a king, but in other parts of the world, you'll live comfortably. Get an apartment, be able to save, be able to look out for your family a bit, take girls on dates. So that's what we're trying to get to as quick as possible, and that's what I'm going to run you through in this video. Now, where should you actually start? What should I do? Should I do drop shipping? Should I do an online business? Should I get into YouTube? My recommendation would be this. If you have a skill, if you have a certain talent in different things, get into that talent or skill, follow your dreams, start that business you want to do. If you're one of those people that is completely stuck, you have no fucking clue where to start, you don't know what you want to do, you've looked at all the different business ideas, you're confused as fuck, you just need cash, and you need it fast. It doesn't matter how you get it. So for anyone with no fucking clue, I recommend sales, and this is why. Sales is self-development university. When you start in sales, it is tough. You have to develop thick skin, you have to deal with rejection, you have to learn to communicate with people. It's amazing at developing you as a man. You learn so many skills in sales. It's also an incredible way to decide your own salary. So if you go work at Starbucks, you're set with the amount of money you can make each day. But if you go into a sales job, you walk into that job each day deciding how much money you earn. And if you've got no qualifications, you haven't been to university, it's the easiest way to make more than lawyers, doctors, anyone on the planet. If you learn to sell, you never will be broke again. So the following is a guide. The first part of this video is a guide, how to learn sales and how to find a good job in sales. I'm going to run you through it. CEO, the money comes in, moving down Broadway. It's a one-way street, whichever way I go. Yeah! Here's my 3-minute lesson on how to sell. After 5 years in sales and marketing, doing everything from cold calling to in-person sales, managing a team, the lot. I've done it all. Some people like to overcomplicate it, but it goes like this. When you have a prospect, that's the person you're trying to sell to. You have to understand what they want. So you might have a lead come through, which is a person that's interested in a certain product or service. You need to understand exactly what they want. So the key to selling, you might have heard Jordan Belfort say, sell me this pen. And everyone starts describing the pen. And it shows that they have zero experience in sales, because the correct answer to selling the pen is to ask Jordan Belfort questions about what he's looking for, because then you know what to tell people about what you're selling them. So if I said to you, sell me this pen, if you were a good salesman, you'd ask me how long I've been in the market for a pen, what it is I'm looking for, whether I want an expensive pen or a cheap pen, and you'd understand before trying to give me any information about the product. So that's the first thing you need to do in sales. You ask good qualifying questions. What type of car are you looking for? What do you use it for? Do you drive? Do you have kids? This sort of stuff. Then you know what to show the person so that you don't piss them off. A lot of salespeople, they just start by selling you the pen, by selling you the car. They're trying to sell you a coupe. They're trying to sell you a sports car. You have a family of 5 and you go on trips across the world every other month. So ask good questions. Then you need to know, what are your pain points? How am I going to solve a problem for you? So if your current pain is that the car's not safe enough for the kids, you can amplify that pain by painting a picture of what might happen if you got in a crash and then build the dream. Sell them the dream. So say how safe this new car is. This is the best safety features on this car. This is how safe you'll be. This is the dream for you and your family. Then you build certainty. This is why it's definitely going to work. It's definitely going to happen. Boom! And when you've got them certain, when you've got them excited and they know you're going to solve the problems, then you ask for the order. That is sales in a nutshell. Now, that is probably not enough to make you an incredible salesman. It's something you've got to practice at. But here's some more resources, some of the best resources I've found and I've read over time. You could get through all of these probably in a month, 2 months, and you're going to be so much higher level than the majority of salespeople. Influence, Robert Cialdini. Way of the Wolf, John Belfort, fantastic book. How to Win Friends and Influence People, not directly sales related, but a very good book about personal relationships, how to deal with people, which you need in sales. That's what it is, people skills. Fanatical Prospecting by Jeb Blount. That's fucking good if you want to learn to generate leads, and leads what you need if you actually need to go and sell. And How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success in Selling. That's probably my favourite, actually, that bottom book. I'd start with that one. That really inspired me as a salesman and gave me a lot of new skills. Now, how do you find a good sales job? Now, if you are in the Guerrilla Tribe, the link is in the description if you boys want to join that. If you're already in the tribe, drop me a DM on WhatsApp, because I've got a buddy of mine who's looking for new salespeople. It's an online sales position. We can have a little chat about it and I can send you his details. So if you guys want to get into sales, you're in the tribe, you want to learn about that contact. I've used him previously before. I used to make about £3,000, about $3,500 a month working part-time for him on the phone. So it's a decent opportunity. You need to do some hard work, but it's very, very good. Warm leads. If you guys want that opportunity, join the tribe, drop me a WhatsApp message, I'll send it over to you. For everyone else, this is what I recommend. You want to do high ticket online sales, courses, mentorship, anyone who sells a program. So for instance, someone like Tony Robbins, he'll have a lead funnel. So people that are interested in getting mentorship from him, courses from him, will put emails through contact numbers to be contacted by a salesperson. You want to be one of those salespeople that sells under a well-known figurehead for high-ticket sales. So you're selling a 5K coaching program and you're making 20%, you're making 10, 20% commission. So you're getting $500 to $1,000 for every single sale. You might be on phone calls all day on Zoom and end up closing like 4 or 5 grand worth of commissions per day. That is the reality in high-ticket online sales if you get good enough. Now, what I want you to do is research every single mentor you can think of with a high-ticket program and then go to their website and find a way to apply for their sales roles. What will probably happen is you need to apply as an appointment setter. And this means you call the leads, you call the people that email in, and you book an appointment for a closer, somebody who actually sells them. And you get a smaller commission for booking them in for an appointment. This is how you start in sales, how I started. You'll probably do 6 months to a year in that position before you're upgraded to closer, where the big money is. So just do your time, but that's what you want to look for. They're the type of opportunities. Also, just type in sales jobs in your given town in any of the job search generators. You're going to find the sales jobs in your area. Look for the ones that pay the highest. Look for the highest commissions, the best products. Go for the interviews, boys. Good salespeople are very, very rare. If you actually get good at sales, you will have no problem finding a job ever again in your life. That is a quick rundown on how I would get cash coming in the door. Now, the rest is lifestyle changes. What do you need to do when you're broke so that you can stop being broke? Because broke's a fucking mindset. And this is what I'd recommend you do. If you have a games console that you play video games on, you're wasting countless hours and you don't have the time. You don't have any fucking money, so why are you playing video games? Sell your games console, okay? And you're going to take that money, you're going to save it. Smoke weed, stop smoking weed. Drink booze, stop drinking booze. You've got lots of clutter in the house, sell all that shit and take the money. The next thing you need to do is create an emergency fund. So with the money that you get from selling all of your stuff, from selling all the things you don't need, from selling your games, from stopping drinking, you need to make a buffer between life and your paycheck. The emergency fund is money that you don't touch. So you need to get to $1,000 ASAP. If you haven't ever saved money before, this is what you need to do. You need to sell as much stuff as you have around you, and then you need to look at your budget, cut where you can, and you need to get $1,000 put away that you never touch ASAP. Then figure out what 6 months expenses are for you. If you spend 2K a month, that's what you need to survive. You're going to need 12 grand in an emergency fund, and that's what you build first. This is actually going to allow you to breathe and think. If you're stuck in a job, but you can't move from that job because you're living paycheck to paycheck, this is what you need to do so you have time to think about what you actually want. So Get that emergency fund sorted, ASAP, 1,000, then on to 6 months. After you've got that put aside and you can relax a little, then you can start saving on other things, then you can start looking at investments, all that sort of stuff. The way I actually went from broke to having money in the bank was I read a book called Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. So if you boys want to check out that book, go and have a look at that. That'll teach you exactly how to save. That'll give you this in a lot more detail on how you actually get your finances in order, because it's incredibly important. Check that book out. Then you need to start investing, and this isn't the investing that you're thinking of. In the beginning, the biggest ROI that you will ever get is investing in yourself. You take the money that you used to spend on weed and booze and you invest in the best gym in town. You get in great shape and you start networking. So for example, you join the most expensive gym, it has a sauna there, you start sitting in the sauna and you're sitting with business people that make a lot of money. There's chances for jobs in there as a salesperson. There's chances for connections, business opportunities. You don't know who you're going to run into. So it's a very, very good investment. Then you need to get books, courses, mentors, groups. It's the fastest way to the top. You need guidance. You don't have the information. You're too young. So you need to join some sort of course or group. Constantly continue to invest in yourself. The beautiful thing about investing in yourself compared to crypto, stocks, shares at this point is the ROI is unlimited. If you learn information, somebody can't take that away from you. You can't lose on that investment. You keep it for life, and then you can use it to massively increase your earned income. Because what you need to do is get cash flow, cash flow, cash flow. You need to focus getting 10K, 20K, 30K a month. When you're up at that level, when you know how to get that money in the door, now you can start thinking, okay, what's my strategy for real estate? What's my stock strategy? All that sort of stuff. But at the start, you need to learn a high income skill. You need a fucking mentor, and you need to get that real cash in quick as possible. This is how you do it. You fucking learn, you fucking invest in other people, you get mentors, and you fucking make it to the top. That is 100% what I'd recommend you do. The best investment you could ever make. You will not be broke for long if you fucking start doing this and hanging out with these winners. And that is it. That is my guide to stop being broke, to getting yourself out if you have absolutely no idea what you want to do yet. That is the path that I would follow. Now, if you need more help, if you want to DM me on WhatsApp, if you want to join the Gorilla Tribe, you want to learn how to boost your testosterone, you want to speak business with the boys, come check out the link in the description, go join there, and then send me a DM on Instagram. I'll add you to my close friends' stories. That, my friends, is everything, and I will see you all on the next one. Whoop-a, 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 whoop-a!